Hello guys, it's me, 𝘚𝘵𝘢𝘨, and today I'm going to be talking about comebacks from K-pop groups that I like, that I do not like. So basically, my least favorite era of K-pop groups that I like. Does that make sense? Anyway, let's get on with the video. I never really admitted to this, but I listened to the Freeze album a total of 3 times, and I never went back to it. Why? Because most of the songs on there are so boring and so unimaginative. I can see what they were trying to do, but they weren't fulfilling what I wanted to hear on this album. I'm totally for that MySpace 2009 emo sad boy music. Like, I'm for that, but I don't know. TXT tried to do that with this album, and it didn't really hit the mark. The title tracks were good. Love Song got old. Loser Lover, a bit corny, but honestly, it's a nice one to shout to when you're alone in your bedroom or whatever. Overall, this comeback was just forgettable to me. It honestly doesn't feel like something that should have taken up the whole year, and personally for me, it will not be missed, because really the only standout song that came out of this era is Loser Lover and Anti-Romantic. Everything else, I hope, will be forgotten in TXT's discography. Listen, Yes or Yes was a cute album and was a cute title track in 2018. But let's look at the bigger picture. It's 2022, we've moved on, we're older, we've matured, and we need to realize that it's aged pretty terribly. Like, I do not go back to listen to the song or listen to the album. Really, the only thing saving Yes or Yes is the stages. They're nice to look at. Like, they're cool. They're cute. They're funny, you know? Ha ha ha. But everything else about this era of Twice, I don't remember anything. I don't think back and I go, wow. Like, compared to every other era that Twice has had, except for Knock Knock, but I don't really find Knock Knock as a bad era because I still like the music. Yes or Yes, though, it's forgettable and it's bad. So there's not much going for it there, and I think that's a huge reason why it's my least favorite, because I just can't remember anything super standout. ASAP isn't even a bad song per se, and the mini album isn't a bad mini album either. It's just, compared to all the other Stacey albums, there's nothing in there that truly shocked me. And looking between ASAP and Stereotype, I'd much rather listen to Stereotype than ASAP, which just proves to me why it's better as an era. Now, don't get me wrong, ASAP beats out every other comeback strictly because there were stages where the girls were singing live. That is amazing, and I love that. But other than that, there's nothing in this era that stood out to me. Again, the costume designing, I mean, it was cute, but it felt kind of bland to me at times, and I didn't really like it. The dance was iconic, but it got really old quickly, and I was tired of seeing people breaking their backs because they couldn't do that one punching down move correctly, and it was just a mess, and I honestly think it aged poorly. I really don't know if what I'm about to say is an unpopular opinion, but I do not like a single song from the Red Album at all. It is my least favorite era of Red Velvet's, and I honestly don't care to listen to it ever when I go through a discography deep dive. Like, I don't like the songs on it. They either make me cringe or make me sleep. And I get why people like it, why people might like it, but between every other Red Velvet album that I have personally listened to, it's just the one that bores me the most. And it's not forgettable. I won't say it's forgettable, but it's not memorable to me. It's a debut, so I'll give them a break and I'll try to be more tame on my criticism here. Because, in 𝘚𝘵𝘢𝘨 we're just starting out. Hybe was just testing the waters and they were playing it kind of safe. And I get that, and I love that for them. And I wholeheartedly think that Given Taken is much better than Drunk Days. Slay me, kill me, throw tomatoes at me, I really don't care. I think it's better. But album-wise, Border Day 1, it's a solid mini album for a debut group, but compared to their other eras, there is things that are left to be desired. And I think that something that 𝘚𝘵𝘢𝘨's other albums do better are basically adding in more music and better B-sides. And I like that. I really enjoy that. And that's why I think they're just better than the debut album, and why I think the debut era as a whole was just not as good. Yeah, so if Forever was an era, I'd call it this, but Forever was so forgettable and so quickly, just not thought about that I don't even consider it an era. So let's just go fully to Black Mamba. Because Black Mamba, let me tell you something. Black Mamba was the reason I did not care about aespa. That debut song was horrible to me. I really did not get the hype, at all. The dancing was cool, the outfits were chill, the AI was fine. The only scene that really blew me away was the subway scene. That was very pretty and nice to look at. But everything else just kind of put me to sleep and was not very attention-seeking to me. It's not a forgetful debut. I can still remember everything vividly, the sound and everything. So they did something right. But sound-wise, I just did not like it, which is crazy to me because I'm a person who likes Savage, but Black Mamba, that I think is more cohesive than Savage, for some reason doesn't sound as good to me. I feel like that's aespa's thing. If their songs have more structure to it, it doesn't sound as good. I think I'm on to something. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm really happy to be back from my break. It was really nice to just take a break from everything and, get to chillax and not think about posting. But I'm back and I'm ready to make videos and I feel a little bit more energized, even though I may sound the same. But yeah, I'm just so happy to be back and making videos. And I hope you guys are happy that I'm back too. Anyway, do well in whatever you're doing. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You don't have to. And stay sunny.